Now Magnus had robbed the wind of his sails, and was using oars to bring him to the accursed coast, when the murderous band came alongside to meet him in a little two-oared boat. Pretending that he was welcome to the kingdom of Egypt, they invited him to step into their little craft from the stern of his tall vessel. But for the law of destiny, and but for the approach of a tragic end inflicted by decree of the eternal order, which were drawing Magnus to the shore under sentence of death, every one of his companions felt a presentiment of the murder. Stay behind, rash wife, and you, my son, I pray. Watch from afar what befalls me on shore, and use my head to test the loyalty of the king. But Cornelia, deaf to his refusal, wildly stretched out both her hands. Whither are you departing, and cruelly leaving me behind? Am I deserted a second time, I who was kept away from the horrors of Pharsalia? Ill-omened ever are our partings. Ye gods! Do the Nile and barbarous Memphis and the effeminate people of Egyptian Canopus aspire so high as this? Does the curse of the civil war weigh thus on all the world? And has Rome fallen so low? What room is there for Egypt in our tragedy? And what part for the sword of Egypt? Thus far, at least, civil war should keep faith. It should provide Roman hands to fall by and keep foreign fiends far away. If the mighty name of Magnus entitled him to be Caesar's guilt, do you, Ptolemy, not dread the crash of that great name? Do you, foul mockery of a man, dare to thrust in your sacrilegious hands when heaven is thundering? If Pompey were not a world conqueror, not one who had thrice driven in triumph to the capital, if he were not the ruler of kings, the champion of the Senate, and the son-in-law of Caesar, he would be at least a Roman. And that might have been enough for a king of Egypt. Why do you probe a Roman heart with your sword, presumptuous boy? You do not realize your own position. Already you wear the crown of Egypt with no right to it, because he who gave it to you has been overthrown by civil warfare. A sad moon shed but scanty light through thick clouds, and thus he addressed heaven and the dim stars. No costly pyre with heaped-up incense does your favorite Pompey ask of you, Fortune. He does not ask that the rich smoke should carry to the stars eastern perfumes from his limbs, that devoted Romans should bear on their shoulders the dear father of his country, that the funeral procession should display his former trophies, that the forum should be filled with mournful music, or that a whole army with dropped arms should march mourning round the burning pile. But grant to Magnus the paltry bier of a pauper's burial, to let down the mutilated body on the unfed fires. Let not the hapless corpse lack wood or a mean hand to kindle it. Be content with this, ye gods, that Cornelia does not lie prostrate with disheveled hair, does not embrace her husband and bid the torch be applied, that his unhappy wife, though still not far distant from the shore, is not here to pay her last tribute to the dead.